The next stage of the tour is a cruise on the Yangtze River, and we start the day with breakfast at our hotel in Shanghai, and some usually from the Bahamas to help the summit.
Bit of a shortage of cutlery this morning and breakfast.
We then take a taxi to Shanghai International Airport, and Shanghai Airlines whisks us off to Yangtze, where we are met by Sally, who takes us to a cultural relics exhibition. Among the relics was a pot for using in the middle of the night if you had to, and a contraption for drying a hat. We then bought these two lions in red jade from the museum shop. Then it's off to the meeting point to go to our boat. We check our luggage is going with us, and at the dock we go down on this funny contraption to the boat. And this is the President Prime, and we are greeted on board by Mandy, our guide. After some haggling, we get a superior room with a double bed, which is very comfortable and quite roomy. On the other side of the corridor is Neil Baird in his room, so we get a view of both sides. Notice there's no booze on the bar, only water. We have a lovely balcony, and we can sit out there and have a cup of coffee or a drink. The beer was in the Baird's cabin. Now we're off to Chongqing, up the river, and the first morning it's a little hazy. But breakfast is fine. I did not hear a whistle blowing while we were on board, but maybe they did. Here we are, off to a demonstration of acupuncture and reflexology. Dr. Chen, who asks for a guinea pig, and here I am, with a needle stuck in my knee, which you can't see. The tour in the afternoon is to the Three Gorges Dam, which is 2.3 kilometers long, and obviously a fantastic engineering project. But one of the locks is broken, so there's a queue of boats to get through. Later in the afternoon, Dr. Chen tried to sort out Grandma's shoulder, not too successfully. And here we have some views of the river bank, which is quite stunning actually, and some pigs going to market upstream. On deck with Brenda, who is from the China Tours, and the next day we're off to the Shenong Stream, which is a tributary of the Wu Gorge. And Judy is trying to get some words in Chinese written for her. And here there were more stunning views of the countryside and the very steep river banks. The purpose of the trip was to go P-boat racing, and here we are on our P-boat, and there are our rowers who are actually very good. They came last.
Visit Shenong Stream. I'm your local guide. My name is Linda. Linda, yes, Linda.
Baby come from the big family, one row in the back, and then the captain who steered, but didn't do much work. The boatmen are now on their way home, and Linda did a little song for us.
Huoji means good friend by the local Tujiang minority. Huoji, Huoji, Huoji. Yeah, means good friend. After I say Huoji, you may together say Huoji. Okay?
Huoji.
After me, Huoji.
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 Okay. 听我来开演唱那滑稽，唱一个街摊郎啊滑稽。
If you look very carefully, you can see the famous hanging coffin in the middle of the crack in that picture. And then we're back on the President Prime, and Linda's trying to take a photo of the very steep hills on the Wu Gorge. The white mark is the height of the river when it's in flood. And this is the picture that's on the 10-1 note. The little boats are navigation lights, and if the river is too narrow, they put them up on rocks with ladders. One of the few Christian churches we saw, and a freighter going up the river. And now it's time for Mahjong, which I had never played before, and these are the various pieces that you use, and this was my winning hand. Mandy and Amy were our instructors. On the last day, massage was 40% off, so instead of going to the ghost city of Fengdu, we stayed on board and had a foot massage, and I also had a pedicure, and these were the instruments he used. Very strange. We then took a walk around the deck, got our exercise. The final banquet with our friends from Quebec, and next morning it's off in the bus to Chongqing, which was rather uncomfortable, the ride, and Linda was not feeling too well, so we spent the day in the hotel. And this is the clock in the elevator. Fiona, our guide, then took us to this train station, and we're off to Chengdu.